I need to go back to school. I need to have a career. I need to have a skill. People should not be living hand to mouth every day. I believe that there is more to life than just working and paying bills. Who want to stay in a minimum wage job all the days of their life at the bottom of the ladder? Welcome back to my channel. This is Choices by Kim, and today is a rainy day. I am making this video because I need to be realistic. I cannot go on like this. I cannot continue to live like this, and no one should continue to live like this. I am going to talk about going back to school. So I wanted to go back to school, but the problem is that I cannot go back to school without working. That is number one, because I do not have anyone to assist me financially going back to school. I am an adult. I'm responsible for myself. So I need to find creative ways of doing things, and I need to manage my expenses, manage the bills, and manage everything else just like any normal adult would do. That is the problem, but that problem can be easily be solved, because most times when people want to do something, they just need the opportunity to grow. They need the opportunity to excel. And if there is no opportunity, then your dreams might not become a reality, because you're from a poor family. That you should not think outside of the box, try to grow, achieve what you want in life. That is not the point. Yes, it can be a setback, it can be a challenge, but it is doable. It is not easy, but it is doable. In my last video, Surviving on a Minimum Wage, I talk about the things that I do and how I survive. So, reality check, I need to go back to school, I need a career, I need a skill, and I need something that is marketable. And of course, I need something that I will love, something that I will enjoy doing, so that it will not be a burden for me or a pressure for me to do these things. Because a lot of persons, they go into professions and certain fields just because of the financial reward, but not necessary for the love of it. Persons should just do a career or a skill just because of the love of it. We need to be realistic. Yes, you need to love it, and at the same time it needs to be rewarding. Yes, so with me now, I'm thinking about going back to school. Previously, I had a conversation with my cousin. She's a nurse, and she was a nurse in Jamaica as well. Recently, she migrated to the US. So I was talking to her about going back to school and what I wanted to do, what I wanted to study. And I have been doing some research, and I've been talking to other persons in these fields as well, or persons who are knowledgeable about these fields. I wanted to do something in healthcare. I am thinking about going to med school. I know med school is expensive. It is a lot of studying. It is a lot of hard work, a lot of dedication. I am thinking along that line. I need to have a career. I need to have a skill. People should not be living hand to mouth every day. I believe that there is more to life than just working and paying bills. Put your priorities in place. Have fun. Enjoy your youth. Enjoy your young days, because sometimes when people get older, there are a lot of things that they would want to do, but their body just cannot do it. Age comes with sickness or certain conditions that prevent you from doing certain things, whether you believe it or not. Let us be realistic. So when you're young, I believe that you should make the use of that opportunity. Not every day I can live with a roommate. Not every day I can be working hand to mouth. Not every day I can get up and walk from point A to point B. Not every day I will have the strength in my legs and be body able to do all the things that I'm doing today. So I need to put things in place for the future and for my own growth and development. But let us be realistic. People need money. Without money, you just cannot live a realistic lifestyle. Without money, you cannot pay the bills. Without money, you cannot take care of yourself. Without money, you cannot take care of your family. Honestly, even though I said I want to go to med school, I haven't done any research as yet in terms of what the cost would be. In terms of the requirement, I think, I'm not sure, but I think I meet the requirement. Well, let me not say that. But that will be my homework soon. I have to figure out these things. Can I afford it? How am I going to do it? What are my objectives? And how realistic they are. who want to stay in a minimum wage job all the days of their life at the bottom of the ladder. Med school has a lot of financial obligation. As I said, it is very rewarding, at the same time very demanding. So if it is not med school, it will be something along the line of nursing. I don't know what I'll specialize in, but I'll just do general nursing, and from there I'll decide on my specialization. Also, I was thinking about microbiology and medical laboratory science. So in this field, persons basically work with body waste. When the doctor sends you to the lab to do a particular test, you go to the medical laboratory specialists or scientists, and they are the ones who will work with these body fluids or body waste, and then they will tell you what is actually happening inside of your body. So I was thinking along that line, but reality check, microbiology and medical laboratory science is a little bit, interrelated, I think. So I was reconsidering that field. But as I said, I want to go back to school, and it will be something in healthcare, and I want to do this in the immediate future. So as soon as possible, I want to take on this challenge and take on this journey, and I will bring you along on this journey with me as well. For a lot of persons, it might be intimidating for them to go back to school as an adult, because going back to school as an adult, it is a high probability that you will find teenagers in your class. Sometimes these teenagers will not be as focused and determined as you are. And in everything there's challenges, but at the end of the day, don't let that prevent you from doing what you want to do. Some persons achieve things earlier in life, some persons will achieve it later in life. The most important thing is that you achieve it. So age should not be the requirement why you're not doing this, why you're not trying to motivate yourself, elevate yourself, empower yourself. Age has nothing to do with it. So forget about age and focus on something else that you think might prevent you from reaching your destination. Just to go a little back in history, I went to school in Jamaica, and after finish high school in Jamaica, I did not have the privilege, like a lot of persons, to go right into university. So I have to carve out a way and a pattern for myself to get to university. And it wasn't easy, but it is doable. But the downside of it, sometimes what I see that demotivates a lot of persons is like when they make all these sacrifices, go to school, do well in school, they are on honor rolls, they get a lot of scholarship, which make it easier for them, and then when they're finished, they cannot get a job. That is very, 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 very demotivating. And that is why persons would say that people have a lot of talent and they waste it, because there's just not as much opportunity. And yes, people would say go and create a job, go and do this, but when you're just coming from high school, then go to college, and you're from a poor family or a middle income family, and sometimes you have to help out in the family as a breadwinner, or you have to help take care of your siblings, help with the bills, help with a lot of stuff. It is very hard for you to start a business. It's very hard. And then the next challenge is that a lot of people is not knowledgeable about some of these online business opportunities. So they will sit at home not doing anything, get demotivated, follow the wrong crowd or the wrong influence, and then they get themselves in problems. For me, after I finished high school, I wanted to go to university, but I did not get that opportunity. Going back to school as an adult, you have more experience as in personal development, in your growth, in what you really need, comparing to somebody who is just coming from high school. Recently, I read an article in one of those American newspaper, and they were congratulating a couple, 85 and 86 years old, and they just graduating from university with a degree. And when I checked the comment section in the newspaper, because I read it online, a lot of persons was for it, and at the same time a lot of persons was against it, because persons were saying that at 85 and 86, what kind of work can you do, what can you offer to society? But at the same time, these persons, now that they have graduated, they are knowledgeable in whatever field they study in. they can be a consultant in that field. Also, some persons go to university or college for personal benefit. They might tell themselves, before I die, I need to get a degree in this, or I need to learn this skill, or I need to do this, I need to go to this country. Whatever you tell yourself you want to achieve. So age would not be a negative factor for them. The most important thing is that they achieve it. Maybe it is the desire of these persons to actually graduated from university at such a late age. I just want you to know that I am actively thinking about going back to school, learn a skill, motivate myself to do better and to think big, dream big, and also act upon my thoughts. If you're going through a situation like this, I hope this video will motivate you and let you know that in everything there is good and bad, and in everything there's always a way to get out of your situation. You just need to brainstorm for possible solutions. It is not easy, but it can be done. My story is not a short story, it is a long one, very, very long one. And I will be using this platform to tell my story and hopefully motivate somebody along the way. So don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more videos, and see you in the next one. Adios.